Yes, welcome to Coffee Time. Raiders and non-raiders, welcome to Coffee Time. I can't open this, so I'm going to say that one more time. Welcome to... Oh, I can just untwist it. There we go. I'm not awake. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ugh. There we go. Right. Yes. Welcome to Coffee Time, where we're testing out the JoGo coffee and tea straw. It has a little filter on the end, a little metal filter. It also has like a weird rubber tip, but the rubber tip has a metal thing in it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why it's got a metal thing in the end. Is that the... Oh! Hey there. Just a quick reminder. This is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays. Or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video. Oh! It's the cleaning brush. Well, I wouldn't have known to take that out, and that would have been a disaster. JoGo, not Gojo. Did I say Gojo? It's JoGo. It's this way round, not whatever I said. This coffee tastes weird. Almost like it's been brushed. Oh, I've just completely destroyed the packaging, as you do. It comes with a sticker. Oh, we do love it when they include stickers. Comes with a carrier bag, which it doesn't need to be that big, because obviously there's a portability, a camping sort of opportunities with this. And I believe these are the instructions. I hope they're instructions, because there aren't really isn't much on the box. None of that is English. Those are instructions. There we go. So we've got like a straw. I assume this rubber thing can come off, but I don't really want... I'm pulling it and it's just not coming off. So I'm just going to not touch it. We've got like the little filter, which is kind of just empty. It's quite a micro filter, but it's, you know, that's all it is. And then it's just a straw. Nothing special about it. Quite easy to clean. It is teeth friendly. It reduces waste. It's dishwasher safe apparently. Got a micro metal filter. Heat regulating tip. Rubber. Heat regulating. Preserves bold flavour. Made to go anywhere. Anywhere? Pretty sure you couldn't put it in an MRI. Just throw it out there. Go Gadget Joe. Yay, stickers. I know. Bean stickers. No, it's just a sticker of the logo. I think it's a... Yeah. I thought it was going to be like one of those like pressy things that goes on the window, but it's not. Believe in your brew. We contribute 5% of our profits towards combating climate change and supporting indigenous communities in their fight for their livelihoods. No thanks. I don't want to learn more. That is all I need to know. You do good, apparently. It is food safe. I hope so. Designed in the USA. There's nothing more on this other than the actual instructions. So add your ground coffee or loose leaf tea. Give it a stir. Well, obviously add the water first. Then give it a stir. And enjoy your brew. You can also use it for cold brew. We might be doing that later. Might be doing that later. Am I brave enough? What? tea friendly. It is tea friendly. What am I brave enough to do? Right, we are. I guess going to try this out. Is there anything more in these sets of instructions? For a 5-ounce cup, add 1 rounded tablespoon, sorry, 1 rounded tablespoon of medium to coarse ground coffee to your mug. The fuck is 5 ounces? 5 ounces in real measurements. 147. Oh, that's a little bit low. Pour hot, not boiling water into your mug and stir with the JoGo. I gotta stop calling it the Gojo. It's the JoGo. Let the coffee brew and cool for at least 4 minutes. 4 minutes? Jesus. If the preferred temperature is not reached by this time, add a splash of cool water. I want it to be 1,000,000 degrees. Enjoy the brew directly, or add your favorite cream and sweetener. To clean, simply unscrew it, rinse with soap, scrub with the brush. Dishwasher safe. To slide the tip off, pinch the silicone above the metal. Ah, right, I've probably can. Come on. No, you lied to me. Oh. No, it's just extremely tight. Cold brew in this economy, Joe. We've got the JoGo. You said it could go anywhere, and I'm not that brave. Go Gadget Geek. Might be nice to try with the Jasmine Pearl tea. It could be good for that. I'm still trying to get this tip off. Just the tip. Oh, we've got an Amazon delivery coming. There goes the dog. JoGo, as in JoGo. It's called JoGo, you say? Okay. There you go. That's the tip without the. I suppose you don't need this. This would get very hot. There we go. Bork. Thank you. JoGo. I make a cake. Ooh, Mr. Popo, what kind of cake? What kind of cake you making? I've got to get this back on now. Note to self, don't remove the silicone unless you need to. Right, kettle needs to be boiled. We need to grind some coffee, and then we're on the go with the JoGo. Oh god, all my cameras are off. The other thing I'm going to be doing today is a French press, because we haven't done a French press in a long time. Probably quite a long time on stream, because I don't really do them, because there are better ways, in my opinion, of making coffee. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it to Mr. James Hoffman's recommendations in his book. So that's what we're going to be doing, so I have enough coffee to go through the Lego later. Is it like a cup of Joe to go? Sure. Yeah, I'll stick that there. I can read it. Oh, I need to switch microphones. Oh, I'm so unprofessional. Excuse me. Testing. Yay! There we go. Right, let's get some coffee ground. Let's grind some coffee. Let's do it. I'm thinking I'm just going to do some golden hour. Now it says a heaped teaspoon. See, now I don't know what a heaped teaspoon is in tablespoon. What's a heaped tablespoon in grams? There we go. Heaped tablespoon in grams. 28 grams, that's a lot. 15. Somewhere between 15 and 28. That's a wide range. Thank you, Google. Well, I suppose I'll be doing the same kind of grind as the French press. So why don't I just do enough for both? Well, that means I kind of need to look up the recipe. Yeah, here we go. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. No, we'll be sensible. For that size of coffee, I would do an AeroPress sort of amount. So I'm going to do about, oh God, it's way too little. 14 grams is what I was going to say. So the idea behind the straw is it kind of works in the same way as an AeroPress, right? You know, the water and the grinds are all going to mix together in one big friendly sort of situation. I can't think, my brain is not working, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be loud for a second. So they're all gonna mix together. All immersed. They're all going to get jiggy with it. You're making a late birthday cake. Ooh. Whose birthday? Oh, I mean, you don't have to tell me whose birthday, but that'll be... My birthday was last night, but I forgot about my birthday cakes, and hey, you can make cake anytime. You can make a birthday cake anytime. Well, happy birthday for, yes, last month. I don't think anyone's going to judge you on that. You've been replaced, Joe. You have not been replaced. This will never replace you. I'm still amused that you got me speaking Welsh on stream yesterday after my yes. Yeah. Cymru am byth. That's what it means Wales for life. That's what that means. Or Welsh for life. Could be, you know, it's the same word for both. Mere fraction of the joy you bring. Yes, we'll never replace you, Joe. Right, grinding has completed. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, right? I slapped the top of my grinder collector because they all stick around the little hole, and if I do that, it pushes them in. It's so weird. This seems so weird. Why am I putting ground coffee in a mug? That doesn't seem right. Oh, that also seems like too much. That's more than a heaped teaspoon, isn't it? That is a bit much. All right. Tablespoon. Heap table. I mean, I suppose I could do like this. That seems more like it. That's just way too much. Coarsely ground, medium coarse, that seems about right. I did boil kettle before, so we're just going to give it a quick top up on the boil. Cymru. Cymru is probably the only word I can confidently say in Welsh. Cymru. Cymraeg. It's an E, not an I, but it's Cymraeg. I was very busy on my birthday, things to do at home and work in the evening. Hey, celebrate whenever you want. Hello.
Oh, it's the kettle.
You off?
Hold
on.
Oh, sorry.
Someone's going off to buy some plants. Right, kettle is boiled. It did say don't use boiling water, so I'm going to leave it for a second. It helps that you can roll your R's. Very, very essential in Welsh. I cannot do that. I am Welsh and I cannot roll my R's. I sound like I'm in some sort of meeting. Hi, my name is Paul and I'm Welsh and can't roll my R's. But I can do... I can do the sl. Right. I assume just filling it up as much as I want, right? I'm just gonna top it up to the... That looks so weird. Step number 2 is hot water and then stir. Okay, here we go. There's a clump at the bottom which I'm trying to break up. There we are. Right, and I assume I just leave that in there. Right? I assume it's just left in there. What do these instructions say? Anything important? 4 minutes. Let's put a 2-minute timer on and we'll investigate after 2 minutes. How is everyone's weekend going anyway? Is it nice and warm by you? Because it's absolutely boiling. Yesterday got so hot. Last night was so hot. Couldn't sleep. It's getting to that time of year. It's getting to that time of year. It warm. It is bloody warm. Bloody warm. Right, I'm gonna find the page. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna find the page in Mr. James Hoffman's best-selling "How to Make the Best Coffee at Home." I should probably just go to the back and look up where French press is, shouldn't I? I haven't made his recipe of French press yet, so this will be interesting. French press is on several pages, Jesus Christ. 65. James Hoffman. Alright, that's about kettles, don't want that. Next one, it's probably at the front, isn't it? Probably just look it up. Contents. Looks like it'll be in 84 onwards, okay. 2 seconds left, right, we're 2 minutes down. Marker in the buck. It looks like everything's sort of filtered to the bottom, so I'm going to give it another stir. You can see things are sort of clinging to the filter at the end as I stir. It doesn't look the right colour yet, so I'm happy to give it another 2 minutes. I think there may be thunder today. Oh, that'd be so cool. We haven't had a good thunderstorm in ages. Oh, Seri, you okay? Is Seribot okay? According to Hebrew legend, Noah prayed to God for help and protecting all the food he stored on the ark from being eaten by rats. In reply, God made the lion sneeze and out popped a cat. What? I don't remember that being in certain religious books. 5 minutes until cake cream is ready. Oof. Good stuff. I don't care about grind size. French press, here we go. I found it. 60 to 70 grams per litre. Now that holds about 700. So if it's, let's say, 60 by 42. Probably could have worked that myself. Right, we have the French press recipe ready. The Bible is weird. Oh, it's giving you a dog pic. That got left out of my Sunday school experience. Anytime a lion sneezes, a cat is born. Right. Time up. Here we go. Apparently, according to the instructions, that is literally it. There you go. It does look a little bit weak, so maybe I should have put all the grinds in. But, yeah. We're giving it a go. Now, there's several questions we need answered here. One, does it taste good? You know, is the taste good? Doing it this way. I probably haven't got the coffee to water ratio quite right with this, because I was guessing. Is it good? Question number one. Question number two. Does any of the coffee get through the filter? Because it shouldn't. But they look like large holes, so we will see. And question number three is the tidy up afterwards, right? My main issue is the grinds being in the cup. I don't care about this. This can be rinsed and stuff, whatever. But it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy. Arguably with tea, you need to remove the leaves to keep it from over-extracting and turning bitter. Now, so this is doing pretty much the exact same thing as a French press and an AeroPress would be doing. So there's a couple of ways you can brew coffee. You can force water through the coffee, so it's a short touch time, which means you grind finer, so you get more coffee out, and you hit that sweet spot of not being too bitter, not being too sour, under extracted, blah 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 blah. That's what espresso does. That's what mocha pot does. That's what pour overs do, right? It's water is coming through the coffee, and then you got the other type, which is where it's all immersed together and mixing and constant contact. That's the AeroPress, that's your French press, and that's just kind of what this is doing. With that method, you don't grind as fine as you need. It's longer contact time, like an AeroPress is 3 minutes, this is 4 minutes. How long does he say for a French press? 3 to 5 minutes, where the water is in constant contact. There's a theory, people claim, and I don't know enough about the science, people claim there's only so much of the coffee stuff the water can absorb in this situation, so it can't get over extracted. As long as you got your ratio right of coffee to water and your grind size right, it can't pull too much. It's like you stick so much sugar in your or salt in water, it will only dissolve a certain amount. In theory. Again, that depends on if I've put enough water to coffee and the grind size is right, because if it's too fine, it'll extract quicker but then it might not over extract again. But if extracting quicker, then I don't know. There's a lot of variables there. So in theory, this should be fine. This has now been several minutes past the 4 minutes, so I'm just going to give it a sip. Oh, that's hot. Right, I'm going to sip it from like near the top where there's no grinds. I mean, it's coffee. It's quite strong coffee, actually. It's quite hot. It's a good job it's got this rubber thing on, because it is quite hot when it comes out of the straw. I can feel the straw is red hot now. Works. I guess the nearer I get to the bottom, we'll find out if it's gonna start absorbing too many grinds or something. Like, does the filter get clogged up? I'll put some milk in. It's too hot. It's too hot to drink this way. Because I think the problem with a straw is it's like there's no oxygen getting to it as you slurp it. So it's not cooling down as much. It's certainly too hot. I mean, there's no grinds coming through yet. I'm going to leave that, and we'll come back to that in a minute. We're going to do the French press now. So let me read you the instructions. Again, this is from James, I can't, why am I saying James today? James Hoffman. And his brilliance in coffee. So grind your coffee just before brewing. Yes. Place this on the scales. Boil your water depending on the desired brew temperature. I don't have control over that. Pour the required amount over your coffee. Take a large spoon and stir in the crust that has formed. Oh, leave for 4 minutes and then stir the crust. Wait, what? So leave it for 4 minutes. Take a large spoon, stir the crust that's formed on top gently. Use 2 large spoons, scoop off any foam and floating ground coffee. Wait 3 to 5 minutes depending on your preference. That's one of the issues with French presses. People plunge it too soon. James Bond. That's just what Sean Connery called himself, right? Insert the mechanism and press. At no point should the plunge press to the bottom. Plunge will churn up all the sediment in the brewer and you'll be... Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so let's get some grinding on first. You right, doggo? I'll boil the kettle while I'm doing that. Let me see how much I've got in here already. About 6 grams, okay. I'm going to do the other top of the morning. Jamish Hoffman. What? James Joffman content. James Joffman content is peak entertainment right there. His evil twin is definitely peak content. Right.
How much was it? 6. I want to do... I'm going to put about... Sorry. Still got a cold. I'm sneezing occasionally. How do I have a cold on some of the hottest days of the year so far? What is going on? And it's not hay fever. I've never had hay fever. Thankfully. I never will have hay fever. I'm determined not to let nature defeat me. I would literally burn everything alive before I let hay fever win. You outgrew your allergies. That's impressive. Grinder's taken a while. Good thing about this grinder is it's designed for pour-overs and French presses and that. So it's got a lot of dialing in options with the sizes. And it's nice and slow, so it doesn't get that whole grinding too fast, putting too much heat into the coffee, because as you grind, heat is generated. It's also not too noisy compared to like other grinders. I've had this for what, a year and a half now? I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of need an espresso grinder still. Maybe I'll stick that on throne. Hey? Now that my throne is empty. You were allergic to grass, hay, birds, dogs and cats. Thank God you outgrew all those. Especially the dogs. I do sneeze, yeah, occasionally when there's like fresh cut grass. Or something like that. I think that's when I would sneeze the most. Right. French press. Let's get this more centrally. There you go. So you can see. Can you see? You can see. Good, good. Let's get that a bit more. There we go. Right. Please ignore the fact that there is moisture in the double wall of my jug because I tried to clean it and more water got in, and I've given up trying to get it out now. I even tried to seal it, and it didn't seal again, so I am now stuck with just a horrible jar. It's fine. It's just that it's inside the wall. It's fine. They're in the walls. Right, what's that come to? Oh, just under 40. That is exactly what I wanted, 40-ish. Right, we will do that. So that should be about 650 to 700 mils. So let's give that a go. 710. That went a little bit over, but I'm okay with that. Right. I'm going to give it a quick stir. And we leave it. In fact, I can take it off the... I don't need this on anymore. There we go. We leave that to stew. Leave for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I'll try putting it in rice. So when you put water into it, hot water in it, it does force some of the water out. Because obviously the air inside the the wall is forced out. It's just, if I can't seal the hole, it's always going to get more water in it when I wash it. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. Right, let's test this again. It should have cooled down. I'm giving it a quick stir every time I'm going to drink. It has cooled down. Still no bits coming through, which is nice. Just gonna blow my nose because that sneeze. Neo is sat by the front door, patiently waiting. How's the cake going, Mr. Popo? Oh, has anyone got any good plans for today or this week? Because it's going to be some damn good weather. I need to do gardening, unfortunately. Which will be fun. Right, that's 1 2-minute timer up. Let's do another one. Neo, can you not bark, please? Why don't you come and say hello? Come on. We have more ninja assassins outside, clearly. I think you can just set a 4-minute timer. I thought we did 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, and 10. Oh, we've got to do another. Like if I do... No, see, that doesn't work. Yeah, Seribot only does 1, 2, 5, and 10s. It's alright, it's on my list to make my bot do it. Eventually. This is going well so far, so you can see occasionally like some bits are on the filter. Let's see if I can show you that. So you can see some bits are on the filter, and then when I stir, you can see it, stirs them up. It feels weird drinking coffee through a straw. I think that's one of the things I'm not quite sure on. Drinking coffee through a straw, it seems a bit odd. Now my plans tonight, I accidentally agreed to follow a masterclass about printing with leaves. Like press printing sort of things. Looking into making a cheesecake for your brother's birthday though. Ooh, cheesecake. Right, we're on step 3 and it is large spoon, stir the crust that has formed on top gently. There's the crust. Now what's it mean by gently? That's a lot of crust, you see. I am gently. I'll do 2 in each direction. Right. Step 4. Using 2 large spoons, scoop off any foam and floating ground coffee. All right, Mr. Hoffman, if you say so. I'm not actually sure if these are big enough. I think what he means is do this sort of thing. I'm gonna have to put that into my espresso tray. Pretty sure I could have done this with 1 spoon, but he says 2, and we must follow the recipe to the letter. So any foam, let's get around the edge here. So what that should mean is all the grinds should now be on the bottom of the, they should have fallen through, which is good because that, or it should be, floating about. Right. Apparently that's what we need to do. Wait 3 to 5 minutes. Let's do a 2-minute timer. Because I have been messing about a bit. Which probably took about a minute anyway. Eco printing, they call it, both on fabric and paper. What? Printing with leaves on fabric and paper. Like in printing? I don't know how what do I mean by printing? Like using the leaf as the brush, or the the way of applying ink or whatever, paint, or the leaf itself is the medium you're printing into the thing. You use leaves and a solution, and it leaves a print of the leaf on the... Oh, it kind of dissolves them like a stamp. Oh. Yeah, so it's like press printing, but maybe without ink. It probably dissolves like the cellular level of the leaf, and that gets printed into the thing, because you're using either the natural chlorophyll or whatever to print it in. Yeah. When I say press printing, we in school we used to take leaves and we would like put them between 2 things with ink on them or paint on them or something, and it would then take the imprint of the leaf. So it's doing that, but it's also using maybe the stuff within the leaf as the ink. We're using that solution to dissolve it. If that makes sense. That's the one I'm imagining anyway. Please correct me. Right. That is 2 minutes up. So, as I said before, the main culprit to a French press being bad, and I've said this before, I've said this years ago when I started doing this coffee stuff, and I started talking about this coffee stuff, is like, cafetiere French press is probably my least favorite of making coffee, because people do it, it's so common, it's very easy, and it's so, it's very easily available. When you think of ground coffee, you either go to a coffee shop for an espresso type thing, or you buy ground coffee from the shop, and then you get a press. You get a French press, and at least in this country, and I guess everywhere else I've been on holiday, that is the most available form of using ground coffee rather than instant coffee. But people don't do French press correctly because they're too impatient. Like, this has taken us almost 8 to 10 minutes to get to this point. They are usually plunging it after 2 minutes. It needs to mesh, it needs to mix it. And that's how you get good coffee from it. And of course then there's some dialing in, so people aren't measuring how much coffee they're chucking in, they're just shoving it in. They're buying the ground coffee off the shelf, which might not be the right grind size. So there's various other elements to it, but that's why I've not liked it, because it's very mainstream and people do it wrong because of that. Like, I've been to a hotel that I've said, they either had one of those automatic coffee machines, or they said, oh, we can get you, we can get you a cafetiere full of coffee, and it was just not good coffee because they did it wrong. But they were selling it like, hey, yeah, it's really good coffee. Right. I'm gonna have a sip of my straw. But that's my experience. My experience is people are too quick to plunger and just don't get it right. So, what's the next step actually? Just plunging. Just plunger. Just plunger. Fair enough. So we're going to do it nice and gentle. Also, these metal filters that they have in French presses, there's always a kink. Somewhere on the outside you'll find a kink. There's mine. There's my kink right there. And I'm not kink shaming, but I have to literally, like, there's also a join in the little spiral thing. Don't know if you can see that little spiral thing. There's a join where it goes, you know, it meets back up to itself, and I have to force that to be over the kink, because then it'll force it and make the seal against the wall. Because if I don't do that, there's no seal against the wall, and I get crappy grinds in my coffee. But that's just, again, these are very cheap to make compared to other coffee machines and stuff, so they're going to be mass produced, aren't they? And it might just be that that filter is not good. So we're just going to push it most of the way down. Luckily, mine stops before it hits the grinds on this in this amount, so it's not going to kick up that sediment, which is good. What I am understanding is your kink is being sealed against the wall. And no bits. It needs to be a tight seal, Sam, with no bits coming through, all right? There we go. And now you just literally just pour it out. You all know how to pour one of these, but do it gently so that you're not stirring up that coffee at the bottom. I'm obviously using my new Ember cup, which will turn on now and keep that at a very good temperature. But I don't know if you can see this. You know, the grinds aren't hitting the filter, because the other thing is the filter kind of, it uses the ground coffee to improve the filter seal. Like it'll clog up, and that'll make it hard to push down, but it also means that no more come through. But if you've let them settle in this way, like we have with this method, they don't even touch it. It's all good. And here we go. French press. Son of a bitch, that's hot. I think I cut my lip this week. Here we go, a little bit of tangent. We had McDonald's this week because we had a couple of very bad days, and we were treating ourselves to McDonald's. And in McDonald's, I went and got like various things, nuggets and whatnot, and they all come with the little pots of sauce, right? And those little pots of sauce have a foil top on top of them. Hopefully none of this is breaking news to any of you. I opened one and it split in half. I was like, ah, shit. But it also had loads of sauce on the top, so I just licked it. I put it in my mouth, and it like that. The split of the foil, I think, was not like razor sharp, but it was sharp enough to cut the inside of my mouth a little bit. And now everything I eat hurts. Especially hot things. That's actually really nice. It's a little bit strong, if anything. Smells really good. And the best thing about this is there should be no sediment or any of that crap that you usually get with a French press at the end. As long as you don't like tip it all the way up and try and get the last dregs out. Don't bother doing that. Just take it down to where the filter is, and you'll be good. And there you go. I have 2 coffees on the go, and I have at least probably 4 more cups. So that is the end of coffee time. Does he say anything else about this? Joy of French press is how good a job it does brewing with a bare minimum of technique. The infusion immersion brewing like this is generally extremely good at even brewing and yeah, so it's very good at even brewing, like extracting and brewing. So yeah, play about with the grain size, play about with the amount of coffee you put in versus the water, and get it to your liking. But that technique is good because it makes you wait, and that is the main culprit, as I keep saying, to bad French presses. Let me go back to, I'm going to finish off this one, and we'll see what the sediment and the grains are like at the bottom of the cup. Ah, well, that's a little bit of an issue. You see how it's just like stuck? So now I can't really drink out of it. I need to like wash them off with my coffee to carry on drinking. Yeah. Oh, let me show you this. Can you see that? See how much stuff there is in there? And then it sort of clogs up the filter. So this is all right, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass to clean. It'd be good on a camping trip, I think. Good on a like I say, out and about. If you had to do it, obviously maybe if you could rinse off the filter and get this out of the cup, or you had multiple cups or whatever, you could use it multiple times in one go before cleaning. But it's not really an everyday sort of coffee thing, is it? When you think about it, you know, I might take that to a festival or something. But then you've also got things like the AeroPress, and that isn't exactly big or heavy, and it does a similar sort of job, and I think that's easier to clean. And it's kind of the better solution. I can understand where that's come from, and I get it. And you know, if I'm out climbing a mountain somewhere, maybe I'll do that. I could take I could do it in a biodegradable sort of mug as well, so the whole thing just gets thrown in the compost. It's not good for. I wouldn't use it like every day at home sort of thing. It's not that sort of. It's not that sort of solution, is it? Anyway, we're gonna tidy up a little bit, and that is the end of coffee time. We're now moving on to Lego.